Good morning. Now, as I just passed a very important milestone, it's got a thought ringing in my head. All I can think of is raise up, take your shirt off, twist it around your head, and spin it like a helicopter. Thank you, Mr. P.D. Pablo. Welcome to North Carolina. So I noticed while editing these videos together that it was essentially just my head in the middle of a camera frame the whole time. And I'm sure you people want to see sights and views and cool things. So I'm gonna work on that. I wanna get more of those. But right now in North Carolina, I'm at the top of the highest mountain I've been on since I started this hike. And look at this, it's just trees on top, green trees on top. Everything below me is dead, but the top of the mountain is covered in green trees. How does that work? Good morning from North Carolina. Stayed at Standing Indian Shelter last night. A little chilly, but not bad. I'm sure you guys saw the notifications I put up that it was bear country. I have seen, well, yesterday I saw a little bit of poo on trail. Another dude I was with said he saw some fur. And then this morning I saw some poo on trail. But slept great, food was fine. Did my first bear hang. Turns out it was exactly as easy as I thought it was going to be. I don't know why people make it out to be so hard. You throw a rock over a stick. If you've ever thrown anything in your life, it's not a problem. The views today are spectacular. Of course, I turned the camera right as we're going through some crap, but whatever. It's just gorgeous. 16 miles yesterday, I think doing about the same today. I lost, well, temporarily at least, lost the two guys that I've been traveling with since the start. One of them did the same thing I was doing, had some friends come and meet him. Turns out, even if you're fucking college athletes, if you're not used to hiking 17, 18 miles, you can't keep up. So I think he fell. He had to stop a shelter short of where I stopped. But I know he's not planning on stopping in Franklin, or both of them are not planning on stopping in Franklin, where I am. So, you know, maybe I can get my break day, and then when I get back out there, I'll see him again. If not, then Jack and GQ was good. If not, then Jack and GQ, it was awesome traveling with you guys. Godspeed. I know you're trying to finish way faster than me, so get at it. Cold morning, warming up, beautiful day. Well, I promised you views. There's a whole lot of mountains and nature and nothing else as far as the eye can see. In both directions. In every direction. It's crazy out here, but it's beautiful. So I just realized that it's Tuesday, which means that it's officially the start of my second week on trail. That's crazy. It's crazy how that first day I was 5.5 miles short of where I wanted to be to maintain the pace I needed. And it was a little discouraging. I was a little panicky. And now here we are 6 days later, and I'm a full day ahead of schedule. And I don't even have a schedule anymore. I'm a full day ahead of a non-existent schedule. I should slow down, take in more. I just can't right now. My body just, I don't know, they say listen to your body, right? My body says, why stop? You can do 15 miles, do 15 miles. If you can do 18 miles, do 18 miles. I don't know how to go slow. It's not something I've figured out yet. More views. Look at that. Giving the people what they want. It's really pretty out here. So today, the weather is unbeatable. Like, probably 60 degrees. Literally not a cloud in the sky. The slightest hint of a breeze. And just perfect. After those first 3 days, I was a little nervous, gotta be real. Now, if we can just get to a point where I don't have to sleep wearing every article of clothing I have, I think we'll be in a good spot. So, may have gotten a trail name. Just ran into a guy named Moose from Sweden. Nice guy. We were chit-chatting. He goes, I love your hair, man. It really matches your bandana. And then I think he took everything else in. And your shirt. And your shoes. So he knows a lot of blue. We chit-chatted for a little bit. And then, I took off and went up the top of this mountain. Took a break, and he catches up. There's a few other people up there, and talking about how fast we're going, basically. And it wasn't that. It was more like, hey, when'd you start? And I was like, a week ago. No, you're moving fast. And then Moose goes, we should call you Sonic. You know, the video game guy. He's blue and he goes fast. I kind of like it. Good morning. Not sure if any of the video I took yesterday is going to be on here. Took a quick little short hike day into Franklin. I know I didn't get any video while I was hiking. In Franklin, I did a resupply. I shot some video in the hotel room of like the food and stuff I got. But I'm not a huge fan of how the audio turned out, so I don't know. If you see it, cool. If not, whatever. Trying for my first 20-mile day today. Terrain looks nice. It's a lot up and down, but it's a lot of gradual rolling hills, so should be pretty easy. I got my video edited and posted yesterday, and thank all of you for all the kind things you've said on Facebook. That was very, very nice. One thing I noticed, I use the phrase "we'll see" far too often. If you didn't catch it, go back and watch. It's kind of funny. But we're gonna cut back on that. Other than that, just gonna grind out. Had some good food. gotta mention that. In town, gotta have food day. Went to the motor company diner, grill, cafe, something. Had a big old burger covered in mac and cheese. There's the calories I needed right there. And this morning I went to some Brooklyn bagel and coffee spot and had a big sausage, egg, and cheese bagel. So town days. Town days is where I'll make up for the calories I lose on trail. I think the current rate is to swing through the knock tomorrow morning. Should be in Fontana. I think it's 3.5 days. I'll have to relook. It might be 4.5 days. I don't remember, if I'm being honest. Yeah, having a great time. I noticed that I was complaining in those first couple of videos about the weather and how it was said, you're probably gonna hear this a lot, but today sucks. I haven't thought today sucked since that day. Every day has been just incredible. People are incredible. The hiking's incredible. The weather's incredible. This trip's incredible. Just rolling mountains as far as you can see. God, I love this. Hear that? We showed up to a very full campsite. Like, even the tent spots are all full. Mine's in a pretty shitty spot. But I did get it up about legitimately 30 seconds before the first crack of lightning, thunder, or whatever. This will be an interesting night. This storm is over our heads. Good morning from day 11, I'm gonna say, I think it is. Successfully completed my 21 point something miles yesterday. That was an ass kicker. Hopefully I'm able to include some of the video I got when I got to camp, because we showed up, it was full. Like, the shelter was full. Any tent site worth of shit was full. So the three of us just kind of had to make do with whatever kind of pitch we could find, which was not the best. Additionally, as is what I mean about hopefully the video can be included, within seconds of my tent being set up, the skies opened up. Downpour, hail, thunder, lightning. It was gnarly. And I mean over top of our heads. There were, simultaneous lightning and thunder kind of thing. It was wild. But tent held up great, so no complaints there. Today, I'm doing like a few, I think it's 7 miles down into the Knock, which is where I was supposed to meet Chris 2 days from now. So I'm a full 2 days ahead of schedule at this point. The other guys that I've been hiking with are getting a hostel for the night. I stayed in a hotel quite literally 36 hours ago. It's hard to justify doing another night in a bed. So I'm gonna march on a little past them. The climb out of the Knock is supposed to be brutal. It's like a 3,000 foot climb over like 5 or 6 miles. So we'll see. There's that phrase again. Yeah, that should be it for the day. If I see any more sights like that sweet fog I just showed you a minute ago, or anything pretty, I'll be back. You know, something like this. These are the cool kinds of views out there. Follow a trail down a treacherous cliffside, but it is gorgeous. Behold the Knock. So, stopped at the Knock for lunch, which I'm gonna butcher this name, but I think it's the Nantahala Outdoor Center. Cool spot. They got an outfitter, a bar, a general store, nice restaurant, a whole bunch of this stuff. But I didn't want to sit there too long because I now have 7.1 rough climbing miles to Sassafras Gap Shelter. Other update that I've heard everyone talking about, I guess tomorrow we're supposed to get some real bad weather, like tornado warnings and real stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might spend all day tomorrow sitting in the shelter and not make a mile. So we'll see. You know, the good thing about a climb first thing in the morning is that it really warms you up for the day. I'm sweating already. From the top of Cheobald, the end of the climb out of the Knock. It's real nice up here. All right, and now an official good morning from the AT. It is Saturday, couldn't tell you the date. It's my 12th day on trail. Guess that would make it like the 16th or 15th or something, I don't know. Anyway, I know the video I just took probably made the skies look real ominous. And after what I said yesterday about the incoming weather, probably looks a little sketchy. When I got to shelter last night, I was told that the ATC had pushed the severe weather warning back to Sunday, tomorrow. So now today is just a race to see how far I can get, or how close I can get to Fontana. It's like 20 miles. I'm not trying to do all of it again. That was really painful and probably a mistake. There's a shelter, a cable gap shelter, like 15 and change miles in, which will leave me like a short little 5 mile trip into Fontana tomorrow, which, I mean, I can have that done by like 9 or 10 a.m. So if the weather can hold off that long, that's the plan. If I wake up and it's sketchy, I might just sit in cable gap shelter all day tomorrow. Play cards and read my Kindle and hang out with other people who have made the same safety conscious decision. But until then, If I see any cool sights, I'll share them. Otherwise, it's just gonna be kind of a grinding walk day. Bye, guys. I'm quite sure it doesn't show it. You know, the steepness of this incline. But man, this sucks. All right, made it to Cable Gap Shelter. Right off the trail, like shelter, trail. Real nice. It's one of the smaller ones I've seen, but hey, shelter's a shelter. It should be, I have a small day tomorrow. Looks like about 6 miles-ish into Fontana Dam, where I will pick up my permit for the Smokies, or print out my permit for the Smokies. I will resupply, spend a day relaxing at one of the plethora of options for lodging at Fontana. And then I should be entering the Smokies Monday morning. So I'm gonna try to get to Gatlinburg by Wednesday, I think. I think I'm planning 3 days to Gatlinburg, and then probably gonna zero there, like a full out, no shit, 0 day. First one I'll have taken. And then just a couple more days out of the Smokies, and then apparently it's smooth ground. I did some way too early math, and at the rate I'm traveling right now, I'm just at like 14 miles a day, 14.1 or something like that miles a day. Averaging that out across the whole fucking trip has me finishing, I think, the first week of August, which is like 3 weeks earlier than I was expecting. And that is not taking into account the fact that, I mean, after the Smokies, like 20-mile days are kind of going to become the average, and you know, we'll probably shave a couple more weeks off. Like, if I maintain this pace and don't find anyone else to travel with and slow down, I could be finishing mid to late July. I don't want to, but I don't really have anything else to do, you know? I just can't. I've said it before. You've heard it probably during this video. I just can't slow myself down. I need a reason. We'll find a reason. For now, I am gonna make dinner and hope someone else shows up here, because, well, whatever. If I sleep alone, but I don't care about that. But I am interested in what tomorrow's weather's gonna bring. I don't have any service, so I can't really check, but, you know, when people are putting out severe weather warnings and there's talk of tornadoes and such, I want to get down into Fontana as quickly as possible. Which, I guess, if no one else is here, I can get up at like 5:30 in the morning and just take off. Be in Fontana by 6:30, 7 o'clock. If it's 5 or 6 miles, yeah, we're talking a couple hours, so 7:30. More to come. Still having a blast. Weather was perfect today. It was overcasty and windy, but it kept the temperatures down, so I wasn't just covered in sweat all day. Feet are hurting. Feet are hurting a lot. Like, not injury hurting, I don't think. There's like a little nagging thing going with the outside of my right foot. I'm gonna grab my ball here as soon as I get done recording this and roll them out and see if I can break something up. Good morning from the Appalachian Trail. I think it's day 13, somewhere around there. Got a short little 6-ish mile day into Fontana. We had some gnarly thunderstorms last night. Not sure if that was the severe weather that was forecasted or if that's still to come. So yeah, just trying to rush down there. Hey, if the severe weather's passed, cool, I get to spend an entire day resting and relaxing at Fontana. If not, well then I get to be at Fontana huddled up, still resting and relaxing, just watching bad weather as well. This should be the last day of videos for this upload for you guys. Tomorrow morning, first thing, I will be going into the Smokies. And the next video should be my trip to the Smokies. And I'll be stopping in Gatlinburg, probably for like a full no-shoot 0 day. But yeah, that's the plan for now. Just trying to race the unknown weather. If I get some cool footage down in Fontana, well, then you'll see it after this. Later, guys. So here's me, mostly dry, inside of what I've been told is the biggest shelter on the trail. I mean, fits a lot of people. But the reason I say mostly dry is because, probably can't tell, but it's raining. I beat the storm.